This week in South Florida with Glenna Milberg, today at 11:30.
Right now at 7, Israel warning of a new phase in the war against Hamas, preparing to invade Gaza on the ground.
South Florida families with ties to Israel reacting to the latest events, sharing stories of loved ones killed or being held hostage by Hamas militants.
And we finally made it. Today is cold front day, when you're first going to feel that chilly change and how long it sticks around in your forecast.
Officers investigating a deadly crash in Opelika were live this morning with the latest from the scene.
When visiting MSD, loved ones and lawmakers getting one last tour of the 1200 building where 17 students and staff members lost their lives.
Live from WPLG, Local 10 News starts right now.
But first, 7:01 on this Sunday morning, we got some big changes in the works. Something tells me you've got like your blankets and your jackets like already at home.
They're
set
at the
aside.
front of the closet now. I've shifted my closet. That's how it works.
Run it through the rinse cycle and then just go.
Listen, I've been waiting for this, and it's happening tonight. Right, Brandon? Brandon's going to tell us all about it.
Yeah, and really the forecast hasn't changed much at all the past few days. I know sometimes we talk about these cold fronts. It's kind of iffy how far south it'll make it. This one is pretty locked in, so we're looking good today. Looking better in terms of rain chances, too. That has mainly shifted down to the Keys. So Key West up through about Key Largo. Watch out for the showers and thunderstorms at times today. Only a stray one possible in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Take your plans outside. You want to head down to the beach for what could be the last 90-degree day in a while. I think it's going to be just fine. This is where most of the showers are right now anyways. It's down here towards Key West. A few thunderstorms in the mix. This is finally showing signs of letting up here in about 30 to 45 minutes from now in Key West. I know there's a couple inches of water on some of the roadways through downtown Key West right now on Duval because of the heavy rain. Picked up at least an inch of rain there and still going. So chance of rain is pretty low. 90 is going to be our high temperature, but the humidity level is slightly lower than what we had around even yesterday. So it's going to feel a little bit better. Let's go to the tropics. Tropical depression, Sean. I almost said tropical storm, Sean. It's no longer a tropical storm. This thing's barely even hanging on as a depression. May not even make it through the day today. One other area behind it has a 90% chance of development, so it's pretty likely this is going to become our next named storm, which will likely be Tammy, and this will continue to stay to the west and could see some impacts in the Leeward Islands depending on how strong it gets. A stronger storm would curve to the north a little bit sooner, so we'll keep an eye on it for the northeastern Caribbean, but it's not a threat to here in South Florida. So since we're not watching anything in the tropics for us, we'll focus on how long this next cold front is going to last. And if we could see a second cold front on the way too, I got your 7-day forecast coming up.
We begin with the war in Israel. A buildup of Israeli Defense Force troops seen near the Lebanese border. This comes after Hezbollah launched a significant attack on Israeli positions, firing missiles and mortar rounds. Israel's military says it is preparing for the next stages of the war against Hamas.
That's right. More than 1 million people ordered to evacuate northern Gaza by Israel's military ahead of that expected ground invasion against the ruling Hamas militant group. Medical officials say about 35,000 people have crammed into Gaza City's main hospital just seeking refuge.
And 3,200 people have died since last Saturday's brutal terror attack by Hamas militants. According to the U.S. State Department, 29 Americans are among those killed.
And now the Israeli military says it is prepared to launch a coordinated offensive in the Gaza Strip involving air, ground, and naval forces.
And one last check of the forecast. Looks pretty nice, actually. Most of the heavier rain chances shifted to the south, so that's going to be down into the Keys. Only a stray storm possible in Miami or Fort Lauderdale. It does look mostly dry. So if you're planning on going outside, catching a beach day for our last 90-degree day in a while, I don't think you'll have to watch out for rain too much today. Humidity has come down slightly compared to yesterday. I think you're going to notice that. It's not as high. It's still high, just not oppressive like it was yesterday. So it may feel a little bit better, even though we're still at 90. And then the front moves through tonight, and check out that stretch of really nice weather, especially Monday through Wednesday. Lows as low as 60 degrees, perhaps some upper 50s across some far inland spots Tuesday morning. We'll see.
All right, Brandon, so excited for it. We thank you for joining us on this morning, and we'll be back in 30 minutes with a Local 10 News update.
Our coverage continues right now, though, with Good Morning America. But remember, our website, local10.com, in the meantime, is updating day and night. Any breaking news that happens throughout the morning, we've got you covered there as well. We'll see you in a little bit.